It was a dark and stormy night, the kind that chills your bones and sends shivers down your spine. The rain drummed against the windows of Sarah's small apartment, creating a disconcerting melody that echoed her anxious thoughts. As the clock struck midnight, hunger pangs gnawed at her stomach, compelling her to order food from the only place still delivering at this ungodly hour, a place called Midnight Feast. Sarah had heard about the Midnight Feast from some friends, who spoke in hushed whispers about its mysterious menu and the peculiar delivery service. Rumors claimed that the delivery person never spoke, wore a hooded cloak that concealed their face, and vanished into the night like a phantom. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, Sarah decided to test the legends for herself. With trembling hands, she dialed the number and placed an order for a simple cheese pizza. The voice on the other end was monotone and robotic, lacking any semblance of emotion. "Your order will be delivered shortly," it said before abruptly ending the call. As Sarah waited, the storm outside intensified, casting eerie shadows that danced across her apartment. The minutes felt like hours, and paranoia crept into her mind. She dismissed the unsettling thoughts as mere superstitions, reminding herself that this was just a food delivery. The clock struck 1 a.m., and a soft knock echoed through the apartment. Sarah hesitated for a moment before opening the door. Standing on her doorstep was a hooded figure, rain dripping from the edges of the cloak. The dim light revealed nothing of their face as they handed her the pizza without uttering a single word. "Thank you," Sarah stammered, her voice barely audible above the storm. The figure nodded and disappeared into the night, leaving her alone with the mysterious pizza. Closing the door, she felt a shiver crawl down her spine, but she brushed it off as paranoia. As she unwrapped the pizza, the aroma filled the room, overpowering her initial unease. She took a hesitant bite, savoring the cheesy goodness. But with each passing slice, an odd sensation gripped her, a mixture of pleasure and dread. The storm outside raged on, and Sarah's apartment seemed to close in around her. The shadows morphed into grotesque shapes, and the walls whispered unsettling secrets. The clock ticked louder, echoing in her ears like an ominous drumbeat. Unable to shake the growing unease, Sarah decided to distract herself with a movie. As she settled in, the television flickered, casting an intermittent glow that played tricks on her anxious mind. The unease turned into paranoia, and every creak of the floor or rustle of the curtains sent her heart racing. Midway through the movie, the lights flickered and went out. Panic set in as Sarah fumbled for her phone, the only source of light in the oppressive darkness. A low, guttural growl echoed through the apartment, freezing her in terror. The air became thick with an otherworldly presence, and Sarah's instincts screamed at her to flee. In the dim glow of her phone, she saw shadows converging in the corners of the room. The pizza box, now empty, seemed to pulsate with an unnatural energy. Fear paralyzed her as the room transformed into a surreal nightmare. Suddenly, the hooded figure materialized before her, the cloak dripping with an otherworldly substance. The air crackled with an otherworldly energy as the figure raised its hood, revealing a faceless void that seemed to devour the surrounding darkness. "You have consumed the midnight feast," a haunting voice echoed through Sarah's mind. "Now, you are bound to the eternal hunger." The room convulsed, and Sarah felt herself being pulled into an abyss of shadows. Desperation clawed at her as she screamed, but her voice was swallowed by the void. The apartment crumbled away, and Sarah vanished into the darkness, becoming a mere echo in the haunted tale of the midnight feast. As dawn broke, the storm subsided, leaving no trace of the mysterious delivery or the apartment that once stood in its path. The legend of the midnight feast persisted, whispered among the wary souls who dared to order food in the dead of night, a cautionary tale of an unexpected and unimaginable ending.